The first tool in my shop that I needed to address dust collection for was my DeWalt planer. I own a DW735 planer and it works great, but it creates a lot of wood chips and sawdust. Thankfully, it has an exhaust fan on it, so all I needed to do was pick up a bag that I could attach to that exhaust fan. The bag I picked up was this Dust Right bag by Rockler. This bag easily attaches to the exhaust port on the DW735 and collects all the wood chips and sawdust. It's working out great, and I'll go ahead and link to it down in the description in case you want to check it out. The next tools that I wanted to address dust collection for were my table saw, router table, and miter saw. They're creating a lot of sawdust, especially while working on the loft bed project. I don't have a lot of space for a built-in solution, nor do I want to spend a lot of money, so I settled on trying out the Dustopper dust separator solution, which connects onto a bucket. I'm going to go ahead and get that set up and try it out. The dust hopper that I got came with the topper, a 90-degree elbow, and a 2.5-inch hose. Then you just need to pick up a 5-gallon bucket to attach it to. The old shop vac that I have only has a 1 1/4 inch hose, so I 3D printed an adapter to connect it to the dust hopper. If you would like to see how I made this adapter, let me know down in the comments. Finally, I took a board that I had face glued together the day before and trimmed down the edges while connected to the dust hopper. After putting away the table saw, I removed the shop vac from the dust separator and checked to see how it did. There was still sawdust on the floor, but a decent amount ended up in the bucket. My table saw also has a dust collection port on the blade guard, and I think if this had been connected to, less would have ended up on the floor. In the end, I think the dust hopper worked out reasonably well, though of course I forgot to put my RZ mask on when I was cutting that board. As an extra bonus, I'm able to store the hose and the elbow inside the bucket when it's not in use. As you can see behind me, there's still a bit of sawdust on the floor, and I did feel like a little bit more sawdust was kicking back on me while cutting the board. I think that could be resolved by getting a better shop vac, and I'd love to hear your opinions on what shop vac I should get down in the comments below. In the end, I think both these products will work out reasonably well. I can use the dust hopper with my table saw, miter table, and router table, and I can use the Dust Right bag for my planer. If you're curious about either of these products, feel free to check out links to them in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.